But if you drove yourself to the mall and that's your car keys, you know, let me get my assistant here and I'll show you. Basically, when you're carrying your car keys, you should carry them like this or like this, like you're doing it with a fist, or like this. Hold a nice strong grip on it, and when he grabs at you, you can stick it into the back of his hand and make him let go. If he grabs your hand, if you stick this key in the back of his hand, he is going to let go. It puts a hole in his hand. But just as importantly, if he sees you're going to do something about it, he's going to do it. If he comes at you and you take this key and rip his face, you're not only going to leave an identifying mark, but you're going to scare him. This will tear a chunk right out of his face. Now, if you want to get a little more reactionary and a little more violent, if you take this key and put your finger on the end of it, and take your finger and stick it in his eye, that key will go in his eye, and he'll definitely stop his attack then. You can take the key and stick it in his ear. Bam. You can take the key and stick it in his nose and rip his nose out. You can take it and stick it in his mouth and pull his mouth apart. You can take it and stick it in his throat and push him away from him. So if he's grabbed me on my throat, if I take this key and stick it in his throat, he is going to let go of me. But this is just like a knife.
Is it really that simple?
It really is that simple. It really, I mean, it's very simple. It's real simple. If I take this and stick it here.
Hold it right there for a second.
If I take this key and stick it in the back of his hand, he has one choice: either open his hand, or it's going to break all his bones in his hand.
Okay, one more time.
I won't push so hard. Open it like that.
Not that part, yeah.
Oh, it's going to break all the bones in your hand. If you don't believe it, while you're watching this at home, take your key and stick it in the back of your hand and push down hard. You'll either break your bones or you're going to open your hand. Now you can also take the key when he grabs you and take it against his thumb and bend it off his thumb and break his thumb with the key. But remember, because this is just like a little sharp knife, and I take it, so again, going back to the throat and stuff. Yes?
You have the key. Let's say he has a knife.
If he has the knife, he has the key, you want to throw the keys at him and say, what do you want? And start going back to the store. But if there's a basic self-defense, if you don't have any keys and he grabs you by the wrist and he's trying to drag you off, notice where his thumb is. Okay, most people try and pull down. See, those are all four fingers. If I pull against his thumb, I can get away. If he's a lot bigger than me, take a hold of your fist, pull against his thumb, and then take off and run. If he's holding your hand, you can hold both hands and boom, kick him right in the groin. That tends to slow him down. If he's holding you with two hands, you can grab him here in the head, boom, and pull him down. You can grab him here like this. If he starts to try and choke you and stuff, it's something that's really easy. This looks really simple. If you'll try it at home, you'll be amazed. No matter how hard he's squeezing me, if I take my hands and put him on his wrist and push them together, he'll come right off. Squeeze him. It's that simple. Now you can do it the harder way, and you can go and knock him off like you teach your little kids in karate. But if you'll do this, he'll come right off. Now I have his hands, then I can introduce him to my foot. Now where you want to hit this guy is in his groin, his throat, his eyes, or his nose. And you don't want to hit him with your fist, because that's going to break your hand. Hit him with the palm of your hand, like this. Hit him with the palm of your hand right into the throat. Hit him with the palm of your hand right into the groin. You can elbow him, boom, in the head. You can elbow him in the head like this. You can grab hold of his hair, bam, and smash him down. If he grabs you from behind, look for his foot. And you can stomp his foot, elbow him right here. Turn around, bam, elbow him again, boom, elbow him again. So it really is about that easy. Now, if he's a lot bigger and stronger than you, you want to turn sideways, which gives him less of an area to attack. And then if he comes in, just immediately raise your foot. You don't have to have any kicking ability. As soon as he walks towards you, boom, raise your foot right into his midsection. Boom, and that'll slow him down really good. Put your hands up like this. Then you can push, just like that. Push, just like that, right into his face. So you don't have to learn sophisticated kicks. If you turn your back and he keeps coming, just pick your foot up. If you turn your back, he keeps coming, just pick your foot up. Boom. You don't have to know how to do fancy kicks. When he comes in, boom, kick your foot up. Now all you're going to look at this and say, well, some people say it's a lot better off if you were to just give up. Well, I don't believe that's true. You know, there's been a lot of instances where people have been in classrooms and stuff, and they waited for their turn to be shot. One time a guy shot 35 people. So that means 34 people waited for their turn to be next. If those 34 people would have jumped at the same time on this guy, he couldn't have shot them all. But if you waited for your turn, he could shoot you all. So I don't agree at all with the concept that if someone's attacking you, some big, nasty-looking guy, that you want to just go do whatever you want. Defend yourself. You're better off defending yourself. That's going to make him mad. Well, he's already insane for attacking you, and he doesn't care about your health or anything. What you want to do is protect yourself so that you can get rid of the attacker and be safe and go home to your family and friends.
Scream. A lot of people say start screaming. If you have a whistle, start blowing your whistle. I mean, what do you?
Hang on a second. What did you say about the woods?
Yeah, you should always make noise and stuff, but generally there's no one around to hear him. He wouldn't be attacking you in front of other people. So that's a very good thing when someone is attacking you in the parking lot. You go, help! But you know what? If you pan around this parking lot, there's no one around. That's why he's attacking me. They're not going to hear me. Don't rely upon someone hearing you. Rely upon you defending yourself and not being attacked.
What would you say? What do you say right now? I mean, if we were to look at this parking lot, how many people can you see?
I can't see anybody. So you can't see anybody in this parking lot. Nobody's going to come and help you. So if you're at the mall, he's not going to attack you when there's somebody 2 cars away. Now, there's a very important thing, is that if he tells you to get in the car, under no circumstances, never get in the car. It's better to be found beat up at the scene of the crime than to be found in the woods dead. When you get in that car, you've given up all your rights to life. A policeman will never get in a car. A soldier will never get in a car. You cannot get in the car. You are giving your life up. Do not go with this person, no matter what. He's not going to kill you at this parking lot. He's going to try and take you off. Don't get in the car. If you get in the car, you're in nothing but trouble.
Okay. Give me another for women that have long nails and stuff like that. Does that work, or what works best?
Yeah, you can take your fingernails and stick them in his eye. Now, a lot of people, this is pretty graphic. If you just poke somebody in the eye like the Three Stooges, boink, well, that's not going to really do it. What you want to do is take your hand and hit him in the face, and then take your fingernails and dig them under his eyes and pull down. So you're going like this, boom, and pulling down. That's real effective. Boom, boom, and you pull down. That's real effective. You can scratch him like that with your fingernails. But the same thing, if he's attacking the parking lot, you should have your key in your hand, which is a much more effective scratcher than the fingernails. Because now, if you're attacked and you say, what would he look like? He was a big 6-foot-tall, white guy with short hair. Now he's a 6-foot-tall white guy with a giant cut on his face. It makes it very easy for you to catch him, or for the police to have somebody that can go and be apprehended for it. So a couple of simple points. Always look around and pay attention. Never go in the car. Never leave with him. Always be prepared to defend yourself. If he just wants your products or your bag stuff, throw your bag at him. Don't hand it to him. Throw your bag. That way he never gets close to you. Here's the bag, I'm leaving. Then go back to the store. If you're being followed, do not drive your car home. Go back to the store. Go back to the police station. Go somewhere very crowded, and get there and call for help if you have a phone. If you don't have help, you don't have a phone or something, just stay there, and he'll soon leave. He's not going to attack you where it's a crowded place.
Police also say you should always be aware of your surroundings and park in well-lit areas.
A charity